requests. You have no request. Request. Also here.
You're
Yo.
how you doing?
How you doing? Oh, there it is. What's going on? So we tried this on TikTok and it was very awkward. Like I'm sweating because I was so nervous.
I figured. So that's why I was like, maybe we should do this on Instagram where I could like be with you because I'm not as nervous. I feel like I've done this plenty of times, so I don't get nervous. I don't get tired. So
You'll get tired.
I don't get
What's,
tired.
what's going on? Waving to the
What
folks. Waving to the
did
folks.
well, should I
What's,
can I say that or are we gonna get banned?
I don't think so. Well, first, applause.
Oh,
Can you hear it? Can you hear
I hear it.
it? So applause. First episode. We don't have a name yet. Um, we're just going about our business, and hopefully everything just falls in place. Um, so this is a podcast. It is going to be about anime, and again, like I said on TikTok, we are niggas that watch anime and not anime watching niggas. So we have a couple topics for today that we will be going over. Um, Number one was Hiruzen, a good Hokage. Then we have top three anime fight scenes and why. We then also have best intros, giving Vegeta his flowers. We have hidden gems. How do I do that? All right, so accept. All right. So like I was telling the people, we got a couple
My bad.
topics. We got now you're good. Was Hiruzen a good Hokage? Top three anime fight scenes. And why? We got best intros. We got giving Vegeta his flowers, hidden gems, anime people should know, and thoughts on Lazarus. That's the anime that's coming up soon. My dog Sicko in the chat. Shadow League Records in the chat. Yo, what's going on, y'all boys? So, ladies first. Was Hiruzen a good Hokage?
You already know my answer.
Let the people
Um
know.
Of course he was. Like, first of all, he sacrificed himself for the village. And you know that I even called out of work when that happened because it had that emotional effect on me. And he took care of Naruto. Naruto was my dog.
He did
So
not take care of Naruto.
I think he did. I think he did.
My
Because
dog had spoiled milk in the refrigerator.
I feel like
He had
sometimes
flies.
you gotta give people tough love.
My dog could have easily turned evil. I mean, I get it. I understand, that's the premise of the show. It's a very thin line between good and evil. Like,
Hmm.
Pain could have been Naruto. Naruto could have been Pain. Um, 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 what's his face? Um, 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 I can't remember the dude's name. This is bad.
I'm sorry, I'm jamming to your song. That's my
but
ringtone, actually.
but I understand. But it's just the fourth died, and it was like take care of my son,
Right.
and it's like you didn't take care of my son like that. Like imagine if you gave Ezra, which is her son, guys, to someone, and they just treated Ezra like shit, and by himself, Ezra had to like build up good character.
Well, the thing is, like, for me, I'm a firm believer in tough love,
Okay.
and I feel the way I take it is like he took care of him in the sense of like maybe he wanted him to fend for himself because like you already lost a parent. I'm not gonna be there forever, so you need to figure this out on your own.
Okay.
That's the way that I always took it. He's one of my favorites. So I always
Okay.
was like, yo, he's the greatest. And you know what it is? My mom is like that with me. So that's why maybe I like trauma. He loved him. I mean,
I,
that's how, and that's how I took it.
I fuck with it. I ain't gonna argue too much about it. People feel how they feel, cause
Yeah.
I can see your point, because at the end of the day, he did, stand up for the village. He did try to do what he had
He
to do.
he
Um,
held it down,
he,
bro. He
he
held it
did, he
down.
did, and it was like one of the was that the first major fights, or did the Haku fight with the little ice ninja guy, was that the first major fight? I don't remember. It was
I
so
don't
long
remember
ago.
either because remember me and you would watch Naruto when we were like in high school.
Yeah.
So I've tried to rewatch it from the beginning, but I always stop when things about to get real because I'm like, I don't know if I could go through this emotionally again. Like
Oh no,
Naruto Naruto took me out. Like I would
nah, for
cry.
real. Nah, that's a
I
fact.
was emotionally involved. And I remember like the boyfriend I had at the time, he was like, "Why are you crying? It's just a cartoon." First of all,
First of all,
it's not
don't
a
get slapped.
cartoon.
Don't get
I'm
slapped.
I'm part of the village. Okay? I be living there.
I was
Okay?
there, nigga.
I was there. Don't test my gangster, okay? Like we have to break up now.
I was there. No, but it's a fact though. It's one of those things that when you're watching it and you have to wait every week,
Yeah.
you kind of grow like this attachment through it to it. Because even when Pain destroyed the village, I called out of work.
You, me too. You
I
remember
called
I
out of
was
work.
texting you? I'm like, did you see the episode? Yeah. I
I called out of work. I couldn't do it. I cried.
I
I was in a little.
cried.
I was in a little ball.
I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. Like then I remember the following episode I was like, it was a dream and they're gonna tell us it wasn't true. That didn't happen. But no.
Nah,
That
not
was
at
my
all. That
first
shit happened.
heartbreak.
Yeah, that shit was. Yeah. All right. So on that topic, looks like we're going 50-50. You don't think so? I think so. So we'll leave that at 50. Next topic we have is top three anime fight scenes and why. And we can start with you.
Um, as you know, my favorite anime is Attack on Titan. And my fight scene, even when I'm having a bad day or I'm mad, I always put this fight scene on YouTube and it's like Captain Levi messing
Mm.
up the Beast Titan.
Oh yeah, that was iconic.
Like
That
when
was
he's
iconic.
like when he was asking them like, is there any soldier that I should be worried about? And they were all telling him Captain
Them niggas was
Levi.
like that nigga.
That one, the one that's about to mess you up, that
he didn't
one.
even he didn't even know what he looked like.
He didn't
What
even
he
know. And he's like, and he's here thinking like, oh, I got him. No, you don't. You don't
No, he
got
got
Bay.
you.
Bay had you. And even at the end, when he's missing like a finger, he sees him come out of Aaron and he don't even give him a chance. He just went, stop. Like, that's it. You
Yeah,
gotta go. It's
you
on
gotta
site for
go.
life. Gabby still owes me a fade, but that's for another day.
That's
That's
another thing.
for
That's
another day
another
because
thing.
I'm gonna get mad. And you know what happens when I get mad?
Aaron the plumber on Gabby.
Bro, on site when I see Gabby. On site when I see Gabby. Then,
Um.
yeah, that's one
All
of
right.
them.
So for me, um, it was it was Madara versus everybody. The whole Ninja Alliance.
Yeah, that
Like,
one's a good one.
and they were in the crowd, and they were saying like, everybody knows who Madara is,
Right.
and if I'm a ninja in the crowd, what the fuck I'm gonna do with this paper tag bomb?
Here, take this.
Bruh, I wouldn't even use no kunai. Niggas throwing kunai. What am I gonna do with kunai?
Bro,
This
I'll play
nigga just
dead.
deflected. This nigga just deflected 50 fireballs by himself. What am I gonna do with this kunai? But I thought that fight was really dope because up to that point, no, at that point he had both arms, bro. He
Yeah.
had both arms at
Yeah,
that
he
point.
did.
And the thing was, up until that point, all we heard was like the legend he was. We never saw him fight. We never
That's
saw him do
true.
nothing. So that was like his opening, like I'm here, nigga, and that shit was it was crazy. That shit was crazy.
Yeah, I agree with you. That's a good one. You picked a good one. That's a good one. I fucks with that one.
What you got for your second one?
Um, when Gon fought P2,
When who?
when Gon fought P2,
Oh,
he was
that's a
avenging
good
his
one.
friend.
That's a good one.
That
That was a good one.
he had to like build so much rage to make his aura like grow faster in age, just so he could be able to mess this girl up because she killed his friend. And like, not for nothing, I see myself doing some shit like that. Like, yo,
Don't go to jail.
you mess up somebody that I love, like it's gonna be forever.
It's up for life.
For on site. Like, I don't care, you could be having lunch with your grandma in church. You better get ready for these hands.
Nah, that
So
was a good one.
that's like my second favorite. I always rewatch that anime. That's my comfort show.
Okay, we should have that as a thing, like which is an anime that you. But that's another topic for another day.
Yeah.
Because I got comfort anime too. Um, my second one, I'm going back to Chef, the Chef RG. Um, but I go back to Naruto. I'm going um um Kakashi versus his homeboy. What's his nigga name, bro? I'm so bad with names.
I'm bad at
Um, the,
pronouncing them.
the nigga that came off his mask, Toby, but his real name I don't remember.
Damn. I know who you're talking about, but I can't remember his name now. It's like I went poop delete.
Um, what's his name versus bro? Help us out, Chef Obito.
Oh, Obito. Okay.
Like when they went into the little when they went. Oh, good shit, Droski. I appreciate that. Yeah, you should help us out with that because I'll be going live, bro.
I can't see the comments. I don't know if people are commenting.
Yeah, they commenting. So yeah, versus Obito. Like they went back into that dimension and they was just throwing hands, bro. Just throwing hands. And I was just sitting there like, what the fuck is going on? Like them dudes was just throwing hands. Like if you wanted to watch just niggas throwing hands,
Is
niggas was
that
throwing
one?
hands. They was throwing hands. It was just dope because usually, you know, it's not saying that jitsu and shit like that is bad,
Mm-hmm.
but they was just hands, hands, and then the animation, because Naruto. It's not that it's a cheap show,
It started like a cheap show.
yeah, but it's like when they put their money into these fight scenes,
They
waited
be
a
going
hundred,
in.
waited 300 episodes for this.
Episode 1005. That
Chef said Mike Guy versus Madara. That one was good too.
one was good too.
That one was good too. Like that nigga. Now that was straight hands. That was straight hands. My dog got paralyzed for life. Gave it his all open all the gates. Not one gate, not two gates, not three gates. All the gates. Hands only for you. That one was a good one.
Yeah, that one's a good one.
And what's your third one?
Let me see. I can never pronounce his name right, but it was from Demon Slayer. Tengen versus Ayutaro.
Tengen. Oh, let me see.
It was the second season, I believe, where he's fighting
Oh
that demon that
yes,
was a twin with the girl, but he was like
yeah.
zombie-ish, and it's just straight like just
They
nonstop
was
cutting.
going. They was going in.
I feel like they invested like a good amount of money and time in that scene that it goes so fast that you can't even see the cuts, and out of nowhere you should see that he gets like his loses his hand or something, and then he's still
He's
going.
still
Like
going.
I was like, yo. like I rewatched that scene when it came out like
A
over and
lot.
over again because that was raw. I was like, yo, like they went in right there.
I put it on my TikTok. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, you did. You
100%.
did put it on your TikTok, and I comments. I was like, yo, hands down, best fight scene.
Someone in the chat, Sicko, Saint Sicko, he said BBZ versus Brawley. Are you talking the first time when it was like Trunks and stuff like that? Not the new generation, but the older one, because that one was tough too. I
Hmm?
don't know if he's still in the chat. Well, if it's that one, if that's the one that he's speaking about, that one was hard too. I really enjoyed that one. Um, Broly is just one of those characters that's is he's very overpowered,
Yeah,
and it's nice to see. I'm not a bad guy at heart, but sometimes it's nice to see Goku lose.
I like the bad guys.
It's nice to see Goku get his ass whooped a couple times, even though they always come back and win at the end. But Brawley is one of those guys that I really like. Broly's really cool. I think that was a good fight, and I would say it was a better fight versus the newer generation that we had now when the newer
Okay.
movie when they fought.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree with you. I mean,
Droski.
what?
Oh, go ahead.
No, what were you gonna
Droski said Kurapika versus the Phantom Troop.
say?
That one was good too.
Yo,
That one
yes,
was good too.
good one. That's a
Because
good one.
Kurapika was like he was he was silent, but don't fuck with me, bro.
You know, I always thought he was a girl.
I don't know. You know these animes. I don't know. They be like very unisex, so it's like
So that's
that's
why
what
when I
really.
was hear people be like he, and I'm like, I thought it was a bitch this whole time.
They're very. I don't know. They're very like that. He said, but the most emotional fight scene in DBZ has to be when Gohan went up against Frieza when he saw
Yes,
Krillin get capped. Yeah, that was very sad.
yeah, it was.
That was very sad. Shout outs to Krillin. Let's see. Somebody else said Gon versus Hisoka. Big Deck. Pause. That's his name. That's his name. He said Gon versus Hisoka was his favorite. That was a good one too,
Wait, I'm
because
trying to
that
remember. Gon versus Hisoka.
when in the tournament the first time they fought,
Oh yeah, yeah. Okay, okay, I remember.
because that's when Gon finally learned what they used to call their aura thing. I don't remember what they used to call it, but he had just learned that energy shit,
Yeah,
so he was finally able to use it.
yeah. I know which one
So,
you're talking about. Yeah, I see.
but that one was a good one too.
Hisoka a perv though.
Yeah, that nigga a perv, bro. The anime in the '90s, he's even worse.
Yeah, I've watched that one on YouTube, and yeah,
Yeah, he's even
I
worse.
they would get canceled right now if they were to drop
That
that.
man is a PDF file.
Definitely,
My
definitely.
dog Judah in the chat. What's going on? What's
I
going
don't know why I
on?
can't see the comments. It's
My dog
driving me
Valera, what's
insane.
going on, bro? What's going on? PA on the track. He in the chat too. What's going on? What's going on, y'all? Did we say three?
Yeah, we said three.
We said three. So
If you want to do
the
four, we can. I have a fourth one.
go ahead. Go with your fourth one.
I just started watching. No, I haven't just. I've been watching One Piece, and one of the arcs is the land of Wano, and it has to do with samurais. So
Okay.
I feel like that whole arc is the whole fight scenes. All of them are my favorite.
Okay. You know how I feel about One Piece, so I haven't. I need to
One
make my way
Piece,
around,
One Piece is like Dragon Ball. You know how at first it like they didn't spend a lot of money on the animation,
and then later
and
on,
later on like it gets really good. For me, when I started like when it got my attention was in that arc of Wano. And I'm telling you, like when people tell me like I don't want to watch One Piece because it's so long, I always advise everybody start watching it from Wano and up, and I promise you, you're gonna get into One Piece.
I'm gonna gonna try it. I'm gonna try it one day.
Try
I'm
it.
gonna try
It's just if you don't want to watch all 15 million episodes,
it.
start from Wano because it's dedication. It's like I think we're in episode 1,000 and something right now, and it starts on Sunday again, and it's pretty
Is he
rough.
back?
Yeah, it's
Judah in the chat, he said most shit from the 90s getting nixed, to be fair. True,
true.
true. People were less sensitive back then. Everybody now is, oh, hurt my feelings.
Yeah, I started rewatching Dragon Ball, and I'm like, yo, that little old man and the pig were perverts. You see girls
Even
in under,
Goku
yeah,
was
grabbing.
ripping people.
So I'm like, you can't see that now. You can't. People are too sensitive.
That's a fact. Chef in the chat, he said, I'm in that arc right now. One Piece is goated. He's 890 episodes in. Shout outs to Chef and his dedication.
Yes. Keep watching it. It gets
You,
better, I promise.
I have a theory. I feel like we already know you're married and all that stuff, but I feel like if you're looking for a man or you're looking for a girl, find someone that is into One Piece because that shows that they're loyal and they're dedicated to something because that's a very 1,000+ episodes is wild, bro.
It
It's
is.
wild. Droski said, if you're ready to throw a decade of your life away, start it. Big Deck, he said, free time, skip, One Piece is One Piece at its best. I can't comment to that. I haven't watched One Piece.
One Piece is amazing.
Sicko said Master Roshi was mad perverted. He had Puar transform into a chick, so he could. That's a fact. But if you think about it too, there is perversion in other animes. Like for example, Hinata. Hinata could see, so she saw what nobody else saw,
That's true.
and that's why she wanted Naruto so bad.
She was dying for that.
She already saw it. She used her little. She used her what is it called Bakugan.
Yeah.
And for my fourth one, I didn't think four, but I can give you one. Samurai Champloo. Um,
Samurai Champloo.
when Jin and damn, I can't. I'm so bad with names.
That happens to me, or I can't pronounce it sometimes.
Jin and Mugen versus Koraya, I believe his name was.
I don't remember that one. I would have to see it.
At the end, at very end, when it's like both of them against who they thought was the samurai. Um, yeah, by the water. Chef said by the water. My dog
I don't
Quest.
remember.
Yeah, but that one was a good one. At the end, Mugen ends up leaving. He takes the boat and he goes away. So it's just Jin versus Korea or whatever his name is, and they just have a spectacular sword fight. I thought it was
I'm gonna have
pretty cool.
to watch that later. I'm gonna look that up.
Yo, shout outs to Quest in the chat. Oh no, we could do whatever you want to do. Big Deck pause. That's his name. That's his name.
Oh, I'm like, wait, what?
That's his name. His name is the Big Deck. All right, so moving on. Droski, if you're still in the chat, please write our next, or how do I pin them? I'm not too sure
Do
how
you
to pin them.
have to hold it?
So, best intros.
You already know mine.
You got to tell the chat, though.
Oh, that's right. I be thinking I'm on the phone with you.
You're not talking this to me.
It's season 2 of Attack on Titan. The song
I
Red
think, let me play it.
Red Swan.
Season 2, Attack on Titan, opening. Shout out to Fast Internet.
I wanted to walk down the aisle to that song.
He should have let you.
My mom was like, "That's the devil thing you be watching." So I was like, "Okay, never mind."
Oh, I got it. Let me raise my volume. Can y'all hear it? This one was pretty cool. Can y'all hear it?
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, this one was cool. I like this one a lot. It gave me a lot of anxiety because I didn't know what the hell I was getting into watching this anime, and I don't know. For me, this is one of the top five animes for me, just because of all the emotion I felt. I couldn't predict it. I
You
couldn't
couldn't
tell what was going
predict
on.
it. It
Um,
kept us on our
it
toes.
really did. It really did, and the fact that nobody was really safe, like,
Nobody.
so, especially when you first open an anime, they establish who the characters are, and like for the first couple of episodes, you ain't know who the main character
You
was because
didn't.
Eren dies
Everybody,
earlier.
everybody was getting messed up. You could have liked somebody because one day they were here, the next Titan messed them up.
So for me, I am going um Yu Yu Hakusho, and I'm going to play it. It is called Smile Bomb. I used to come home straight from the bus, run home, and then watch this on Tsunami. But this one was for it for me.
You know which one's good too?
Somebody in the chat said Big Deck in the chat said Naragami OP. I saw that anime, but let me play it. Naragami opening. All right. So with Geico, we can easily bundle home and car insurance and save. I don't have YouTube Prime, guys, so give
That's
me.
fine.
This one's pretty cool. I saw this anime. This anime is pretty cool. Saint Sicko said Pokemon intro is goaded. That's a fact.
I think the
Oh,
intro for the season one of Jujutsu Kaisen, that's a good one too.
that's a good one. I want to play that one too. Is it this one? Well, this one's for the chat. But this one's cool too. And which one you said, though?
Jujutsu Kaisen
Which one? Because it had a lot.
season
Season which one?
season one when like the episodes would end.
Oh, the ending.
Yeah, that one was really good. That one was one of my favorites. I made it my ringtone for a long time.
Let me see. Let me find it here. Lost it. This one.
Dun, dun, dun.
I want to rap on this
You should.
shit.
And then you see them dancing, so it was like cool.
I like when anime do that. Like they make them do shit that
Like in
you wouldn't
Dandadan,
think they could do. Yeah, that's actually my next one is Dandadan.
that one was
Dandadan,
amazing.
that one was cool.
I like how they put like what Rihanna did
That
in the.
that was cool. Oh, Saint Sickle said, "Say less. I'll flip that for you."
Imagine that as a ringtone. When people call me and I'm asleep, I'm like,
Oh shit!
I had to change it.
This one was a freaky anime too. Niggas was
It
searching for these
was
niggas
because the
nuts,
aliens were
bro.
trying to do things to the girl. I was like, wait a minute. Wait a damn minute.
What's going on here?
Max,
Um,
no.
Droski said Samurai Champloo. Of course, 100%. I'll play that next right now because that one was awesome.
DJ.
I hope we don't get like banned, but
I
not
think you
banned,
can
but
30 seconds, right? Or less.
I think we play more than that though. Yeah, this was fire because this was the first time that I saw anime like infused with hip hop, and then it just sent me down like a wormhole of like all these Japanese producers and stuff
Yeah.
that make hip hop and stuff. So this kind of changed my life artistically. So this is one of mine. This was actually gonna be my third, but you could go ahead with your third one.
We had to have three.
Oh no, we don't have to.
My bad.
We don't have to.
My bad.
All right. Wait, somebody the big deck in the chat said record of Lodos War. I'm not familiar, but we're gonna play it right now. Record of Lodos War opening. And again, I'll say it again. I'm not an anime nigga. I'm a nigga that watch anime. So I don't know everything, nor will I claim that I do.
I just don't like when they call it cartoons.
Yeah, just don't call it cartoons,
Yeah, just
bro.
don't call it cartoons. That shit will get me mad.
This one looks like an older anime, but it looks like something I would enjoy. But even then, I'm looking at it right now. The animation looks clean for it being older. You hear it though?
Yeah, I hear it.
It sounds pretty cool.
Sounds very soothing.
That's key emotion. He said AOT Attack on Titan. Yeah, we just went over that one. Attack on Titan is pretty cool. Do you know which one? Because you know they had a lot of openings. Look at Dro. Dro probably getting some ideas because this shit do sound cool. Dro about to flip it right now as soon as we finish. Droski, he's a producer. He makes well. He has he has that producer credit. He makes beats too. So this sounds cool. Season 2 and 3. Season 2
Who said
opening.
that? I can't see the comments. So who said that?
That's key motion.
Mm.
He said season 2. Yeah, this one was pretty goated too. And then the big deck said early OVAs had mad budget, probably because they didn't have to deal with the TV stuff. I agree. I agree. So moving on to our next topic. Um, let me write it in the chat. Giving Vegeta his flowers, because god damn it, he deserves it. So then go ahead, pin it.
You know how I feel about him.
So first, I'm gonna take over. I'm gonna take
You
this one first.
should.
I'm gonna take this one first. So Vegeta, when I was a kid, I didn't like Vegeta. I didn't understand Vegeta. Thought he was very arrogant. I thought he wanted to be the main character, but didn't have that energy. Um, but as I grew older, I understood his pride and like being proud of where you're from and not waiting on nobody. I like
Right.
that after he turned good and stuff like that, every time they was waiting for Goku, oh, Goku's on his way, Goku's coming. Even though Vegeta took the L and even though he lost or whatever the case is, he stepped up to the plate. Yes, he did get arrogant sometimes, breaking his arm against Android 18 and letting Cell become perfect and stuff like that. But I don't know. I feel like my dog he was a very proud Saiyan. You know what I'm saying? He was very
Right.
proud Saiyan. He was happy from where he came from. And, low key, I feel like he appreciated what Goku was doing. New Rudis is from the UK. He's a producer from the UK. What's going on, bro? But Josuke Vegeta had that Mamba mentality. And that's key emotions to the plot is always about Goku. Of course, it's always about Goku, but it's just the fact that he never waited on Goku. He always went ahead and stepped up to the plate and did what he had to do. And it took a lot of heart. Even when he was fighting Kid Buu and he was only Super Saiyan 2 while Goku was charging up the Spirit Bomb, he was getting his ass whooped. But he was doing that in the name of letting Goku charge up and get everything.
Right.
And then I also like how he treats Bulma. Like he really loved Bulma. You know what I'm saying? And it's like Goku act like he don't know nothing. Goku be
He
acting
should
like,
be
okay,
like,
I got a wife, but okay, but nigga don't play about Boma, bro. You can't, you know what I'm saying? And then
Energy.
Saint Sicko says showing emotion when Bulla was born was a huge turning point. That's a fact too. He was more caring, more sensitive. He had a daughter now. Droski said, "Nah, but give Trunks his flower. He saved the whole world." Of
Facts.
course, yeah, yeah, of course, for sure. That's key emotion said Vegeta is like Sasuke. Yeah, yeah, Sasuke more of a, I don't know, Sasuke a bitch to me though. I don't like Sasuke like that. And then Joski said Vegeta straight took Yamcha bitch. Yes, he did. He snatched Bobo from Yamcha. How do you feel about Vegeta, bro?
Um, I feel like I relate to him.
Mm.
I mean, you know me very well. You know me since I was a kid, and you know I could be very prideful and be very stubborn. And when I would watch Dragon Ball, I would be like, "Yo, like that would be something I would say," because he was very prideful. He was very stubborn. He was very arrogant. Like he thought like he was the shit. And I feel like yeah, we need to give him his flowers because I always like the bad guy. I always like you know the underdog basically. And
Yeah,
I feel like yeah, he was raw as fuck. So especially because he's so prideful. So
that's a fact. That's key emotion said Bumba Club.
oh god.
But yeah, man, I think Vegeta deserves his flowers. He doesn't get enough of it. I think his arc came around full circle. He's a family man. He cares from being very arrogant and not giving a fuck about anything to the point where now he cares, you know, and all that stuff. So the big deck said Vegeta is needed because he's the Ken to Goku's Ryu. I like that. That's very true. I like that. I like that. So next we have hidden gems, anime people should know. I'm gonna put it in the chat. Hidden gems, hidden. Bruh, press G.
Oh,
Keep pressing H. Anime people should know. Put that in the chat right there. Let's pin that. Do you have any anime people should know?
I have two. Um, they're on Netflix though, and
Mm-hmm.
it's one of them is called Records of Ragnarok. I feel like
I've
it's
heard.
really good. It has pretty really dope fight scenes, which is what like I kind of like in anime. And then there's this other one that is not very like it's completely different than what I would like. It's called Beastars. I
I heard.
I started watching it and it got a little I would say sexual, but then later on like the episodes got really good. And
Okay, good.
so now I'm like here waiting for like the second part of like the last season. So I think people should watch those and let me know what y'all think.
That's key motion said reincarnated as a slime. I've heard of that one. I haven't watched it, but I have heard that it's really good. Um, the anime I'ma say it's probably known, but I don't think it's known enough. Um, oh, that's key motion also says Sword Art Online. That's pretty cool. I'm gonna go back to Samurai Champloo. This is one of my favorite animes. It's one of the first animes I've seen with infused with hip hop.
Hmm.
Um, you know, New Jobs and Jobbies, however you pronounce his name. He was one of the like key producers in that. So I thought it was pretty cool. Um, what he did with the production and the music and all that stuff. So it has pretty cool fighting in it. Um, Another anime that I would say people should get into is Megalobox.
Haven't
It's a
watched that
boxing
one.
it's a boxing anime, and I think season two just recently came out, if I'm not mistaken.
Really? I'll watch that
Yeah,
this weekend.
it's pretty good. I'll say that one. It's a boxing anime, coming from the bottom, not having nothing to go into the top, fighting the top nigga and shit like that. But it's
Right.
pretty cool. It's an older anime, like late '90s, and then um 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 Kukuru's basketball. I never thought that I would watch a sports anime, but that shit is fire. That shit is fire. Um, d.r.o.s.k.i Motion said Jobless Reincarnation is fire as well. I'm gonna add that to my list. The Big Deck said watch Golden Boy in dub. It's funny as fuck. Super naughty. Don't watch with your kids in the same room. You will laugh your ass off. And do you have any more?
Those are my two, actually.
Okay. So what's next? What's next? All right. And then we have our last one here. Do you know about the anime called Lazarus that's coming up?
Yeah, I want to watch it.
So I'm gonna put in the chat thoughts on
I mean, I liked
Lazarus.
Cowboy Depop, so it's based on
Yeah,
the same universe. So I kind of like that's the only reason why I want to watch it.
thoughts on Lazarus. Droski said that one is based on Ashita no Joe on no Joe, so I'm guessing he was talking about the topic from before.
Hmm.
And then he said Pluto. Yeah, he's been trying to get me to watch Pluto. I saw one episode. Pluto's pretty good. Lisi in the chat was good. He says Cyber City 808 and Darker Than Black. Darker Than Black, I'm watching right now. I'm on episode 4.
Where can I watch
It's
that?
I'll send it to you. I found this little anime website and I'm watching it on
Oh,
there. But it's pretty
perfect.
cool. It's like a dark version of um 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 I can't remember the name of the anime now. Help me out, bro. Um 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 what's the shit name? My Hero Academia. It's
Oh,
like a dark version of that.
I can't get into My Hero.
You got to give it a chance.
I
It's fire.
have, and it's like, bro, like, why are
The
you
main
always
character,
crying?
the main character does cry a lot, but he matures as it goes on. He matures.
I just
He
don't
he
want to
mat-
be like 17 seasons in and this man's still crying.
no. He matures. Remember when they killed Gon's like friend or whatever?
Yeah.
He gets to like that level. Yeah, he gets to that level. Droski
Okay.
said it's Bebop with superpowers. Um, Lazarus. So yes, I want to get into Lazarus.
I want to get into it.
It is the director. That's Key Busha said. Nah, he a crybaby. You're not helping me trying to get her to watch it, bro.
He's not gonna try to help you.
And then the big day said, "My hero is Shonen Slop." Oh my god, you guys are not helping. You guys are not helping.
I can't read the comments, so I'm just going by what you say.
Yeah, they said it's ass,
Told
but
you. I told you, bro. Like that
just
day when
still
you
give it
called
a
me, you're
try.
like, yo, I'm sad. I'm like, bro, why? Why? Why are you sad?
I liked it. I liked it though. But I do want to watch Lazarus.
Yeah, me too.
The animation does look great. Um, the same director from Cowboy Bebop has that same like darkness, that same premise. So
Yeah,
I
I
am.
love Cowboy Depot, whatever.
That
Yeah.
shit was pretty cool. That shit was cool as well. Um, and guys, this was supposed to be our pilot episode.
Because
So
we couldn't figure out
we
TikTok.
couldn't figure out TikTok. Apparently, you have to do 30 minutes of live, and you have to do 3 days going on live. So we have to figure that out before we could do on live. But the good thing about this on Instagram, we can save it and put it on YouTube. And this is episode 1. We don't even have a name for this, but we're gonna be doing this.
Fabulous
Droski is
Falcons.
oh yeah, you can let him know. So this is our little podcast. We're gonna be putting this on Instagram. Eventually, we want to do it on TikTok because That's where the money at. Cause I love y'all boys, but y'all ain't giving us no bread. No, I'm playing. It's all jokes. But we just wanted to do something quick. Eventually, we'll do more topics and stuff like that. Droski is another one of our co-hosts. He was just having issues with his camera. But he's another one that's a part of it. Eventually, we could grow, do more. But this is one of the things that we're looking to do. Do you have anything to say to the people, Val?
Thank you for watching.
Will came at the end. What's up, Will?
Well,
Um, what I would like to say is go listen to the albums. I've dropped a lot this year. Go listen to those. I'm doing a lot of freestyles. Go listen to the Full Circle video that just dropped. Will has a project. He's in the chat. Pretty much everybody that's in the project is in the comments in the chat is very creative. So
especially
network
the
because
song that you mentioned my name.
oh yeah. But go network with the guys in the chat. A lot of producers, a lot of people that do a lot of amazing things. And I don't know if we're gonna do this weekly, every day, twice a day, three times a day. We don't know yet, but um, yeah, hopefully we could do this at least twice a week or so.
And send us topics you want us to talk about.
Yeah, send us topics. Yeah, because we're very professional. We have our topics listed. We have a group chat.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's our show, guys. Thank you for tuning in. We had a couple people in here. There's still people in here, so I appreciate each and every one of you guys. And yeah, you want to say anything about your fabulous Falcons?
I don't want to say nothing about the Fabulous Falcons. I'm not.
uh,
I'm having merch dropping soon.
Merch dropping. So, oh yeah, merch. I got some shirts coming too. I got some shirts coming. I just got word I'm performing on the 26th. So that's key emotions to Naruto's top three. Yeah, I agree. I could say that. I'll say Naruto's top three. I cried when Pain destroyed the Leaf Village. So I'll say it's top three. I won't. I won't.
Naruto
Yeah.
brings people together, so
It does. It does. And like at the end of it, like I know it gets a lot of complaints about like filler episodes and stuff like that, but the overall premise of the show is pretty cool because you just have to have some kind of belief because literally you can be like it's a very thin line between being evil and being a good character. I feel like Naruto had very good villains and a lot of the villains weren't wrong. I
they
feel
have their
like
reasons.
they had a reason. Oh wait, I guess they want us to keep going. So
Oh,
the big Deck said Mario Kart World is $80. I heard, but he said Mario Kart World is $80. We're cooked. I heard. So pretty much what they're doing, Mario Kart World is like Grand Theft Auto now. It has a big world that you could travel to.
wait.
Um,
So you could rob people in Mario
none.
Kart now? You said Grand Theft Auto.
They
Because
just
my
have a
son
big.
plays that. I need to know.
So pretty much, it's just a big world. They has a big world. You can use your cart or whatever, drive everywhere, cruise in the chat, cruise in the chat. You could use your cart and you can go anywhere. So pretty much after you finish a race, instead of like it finishing, you take your cart and you drive to like the next race and stuff like that. Droski said you're trying to rob Yoshi.
That's all I'm about, bro.
Trying
Give
to
me
rob
your
Yoshi.
money.
Let me get that vest about you, cuz.
Give me
Oh no,
that.
that's Toad. That's Toad. That's Toad. That's Toad. But yeah, man, that is the end of our show.
Yeah.
We will discuss and see if we do this twice a week and see where we go from here. But it was fun having you guys here interacting with us. You guys are pretty dope. Joski said, "Finna rob that boy for dinosaur eggs." No, for real. Imagine if you had your own Yoshi, bro. Like that would be raw.
I
That
think
would
you
be
should hit
cool.
them up and give that idea. Turn it into like a Grand Theft Auto, like for real, for real.
Hell yeah. Mario Kart Forza. But thank you guys. We appreciate it. We'll appreciate it. We'll be back with more. It's already Thursday, so I don't know if we'll do something over the weekend. My weekend is very busy this weekend, so I'm not too sure. But we'll let you guys know. You guys dropped in the live, shared y'all time with us, and we're appreciative. Hopefully next time we come, we have a name, we have a logo, and thank you.
Bye.
Bye.